As the nation focuses on rebuilding the disaster zone from Hurricane Harvey, there are plenty of other areas where the country's infrastructure is crumbling or in extremely bad shape. One of those, Interstate 95 in North Carolina. Correspondent Douglas Kennedy shows us tonight.
Potholes, some of the potholes are at least 2 and 3 feet deep. That, you have to hold the steering wheel with both hands.
As a trucker, Fred Westbrook spends a lot of time on I-95, one of the interstate highway's oldest routes, stretching from Maine to Florida. But he says going through North Carolina is the worst. So the North Carolina Department of Transportation says half the concrete on I-95 in North Carolina is rated fair to very poor. What's your experience?
My experience is very poor. Potholes are so deep and so bad that you have to slow down.
But it's not just the crumbling concrete that has truckers here clutching their steering wheels. The real problem is I-95 in North Carolina was designed and built in the 1950s, which means a narrow roadway and only 2 lanes of traffic. Dangerous driving that is I-95 in North Carolina, doubling the fatality rate of U.S. highways. So 50,000 cars and trucks drive on this stretch of I-95 every day. This road was not built for that much traffic.
Exactly. One of the things that we've seen over the past few years is that as our infrastructure has started to crumble, we've seen that there's been an increased demand for that same infrastructure.
Chaz Beasley is a member of the Transportation Committee in the State House. He says residents are thrilled the $3 billion job made the list of President Trump's possible infrastructure projects, which would include expanding each side of the highway from 2 lanes to 4.
It could create thousands of jobs for this area, and we believe that it's important that the federal government come in and help us.
The proposal, however, assumes adding toll booths every 30 miles, an extra expense that doesn't sit well with either Beasley or Westbrook.
The tolls on the trucks are very high and very expensive. I can't afford it.
He says I-95 helped build this country. He says the country now needs to help rebuild I-95. At the Sadler truck stop in Dunn, North Carolina, Douglas Kennedy, Fox News.
Our Douglas Kennedy on a major interstate here on the East Coast.